Here's Johnny.
Let us bow our heads and thank Johnny for the jokes we're about to receive. We are probably the last show you probably see today before
Right.
It's the end of Thanksgiving. We tape earlier, as you know. So in most parts of the country, it's going on midnight. We're probably the last people to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, but we mean it. Thank you for coming tonight. Actually, you've got me. What else do you have to be thankful for? Boy, that takes guts to do a joke like that. Have you all had your Thanksgiving dinner already? You're going to do this a little bit later.
Already.
Because I'm glad most of you said later, because usually people go out on this day.
Yeah.
They think that's where the show business expression
A turkey.
comes from. A turkey was coined on Thanksgiving Day because people eat too much. They would go see a show,
Yeah.
and it was tough for the
Not
performers.
this crowd.
Now, this crowd is not eaten yet. This crowd is smoked. This is the Tonight Show, the show with a message. And tonight's message is Roberto Duran spells relief. C-A-S-H. Filling in for Doc. Doc is up, I think, working in Las Vegas. Is he not, Tommy?
Yes, he is.
Is Mr. Thomas Newsom, who is standing in front of our orchestra tonight. I kid Tommy, even though I know he has had an unhappy childhood. I found out when he was born, his mother looked up at the doctor and said, I was hoping for a Longines. That's... Incidentally, the NBC commissary is having its annual Thanksgiving special.
Yeah.
It's closed. I watched the annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade today from New York with Ed as the host out there. Wonderful job, as usual. And, they had an accident that you may not know about, but some of the mooring cables snapped, and Ed blew all the way to Brooklyn. You had 4 guys down there holding you down. I didn't know that. And there was another incident that you didn't report.
What was that?
You should have reported this. The big Snoopy balloon broke loose and was neutered by the Chrysler Building. See, we don't have parades out here that can match the Macy's. That's an institution back there. That is probably one of the great parades, along with the Rose Parade in this country. But we do right here in the Valley have the Zodies. The Zodi's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and it's not a biggie. What it is, 3 cashiers from Alpha Beta push Alan Hamill down Ventura in a shopping cart. That's about it. Not a biggie, but it's there was one late report in the newsroom about Thanksgiving. Tom Snyder invited Rona Barrett over for Thanksgiving dinner earlier today. Then there was a later report. Rona's food taster died. You know, I tend to wax nostalgic on a day like this. I do, Mike. Don't you get sentimental? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You think of family, you think of your relatives, you think of your childhood. And I was thinking about my, bless you. Some people think of their hay fever. But I grew up in Nebraska, and every Thanksgiving Day, my mother would get up and she would take the turkey's temperature. My mother never liked to kill a turkey that was running a fever. My mother was strange. No, we were really too poor to afford a turkey.
Oh, yeah?
Now, don't say that to get your sympathy, but my mother used to make a mold of a turkey out of Spam. It's not a good day for turkeys, you know. Today, a turkey in Washington tried to hide under a bed, and their 2 Democrats were already there hiding out. Liberal Democrats do not have a great deal to celebrate this Thanksgiving. In fact, they can't afford the usual turkey dinner. What they're doing, they're all going to McDonald's to try to win the sweepstakes so they can make a comeback. little light humor there. Carter's, did you read about the Carter family? They went up to Camp David today to spend the 4-day Thanksgiving weekend with the family, and they had, during the dinner, the phone rang, and on the other end was Soviet Premier Leonid Brezhnev. But President Carter would not let him talk with Amy until she'd finished her green beans. And after dinner, well, the president and his family gathered around in front of the fire and held a prayer of thanks. And then the family dispersed and stripped the place before the Reagans moved in. Reagan was at his ranch in Santa Barbara. He had a traditional Thanksgiving day. Now, for Ronnie, that means that he dressed up like a pilgrim. He went out and he shot the turkey himself. Then he had the Secret Service dress up in Indians because he couldn't find any Indians who were Republicans. There was a joke in there somewhere, but we don't have time to go on a scavenger hunt, and I think I'm OD'd on football. There are about 17 games on football today. I understand one husband in Alhambra went crazy. His wife passed him the turkey. He ran out 96 yards and spiked it into the ground. Anyway. We have a good show tonight. Later on, Roberto Duran will be out here and tell us why we have a bigger chance of getting back the Panama Canal than we do the $8 million. Anyway, McLean Stevenson, Charles Grodner here. Stay where you are and we'll be right back.